special show tonight. This is our Moth Shop Fall Showcase, the community program Fall Showcase. We're going to have 6 incredible storytellers from the program come up here and entertain you. And just before we start, I just ask you to please turn off your cell phones. Don't silence them. Don't have them on some like cute little vibrating thing. Just turn them off completely as they... See, we're all very iPhones, everything. I know. This is amazing. Look at this. Send your last text. Get that Facebook up status in there. And then I'm having a wonderful time off. That's what you're doing. The moth rules off. There you go. Okay, we took a caller and we're back. Hi, everybody. So, my name is Ophira Eisenberg. I am, it's my pleasure to host this tonight. If you're not familiar with the Moth, or maybe you are, the Moth is a storytelling organization. It was created, conceived by George Dawes Green, and it's about stories. It brings the oral tradition of stories to the stage. It's not, I have notes, but these people don't have notes, no one reads. It's not stand-up. It might be funny, it might be poignant, it might be really sad. Just the beautiful tradition of stories, like we tell each other when we're hanging out late at night, or, to try to get people to like us, or just me, really. Or, as originally conceived as the Moth, it was around a campfire as people are telling stories and the moth is drawn to the flame, thus the Moth. And our Moth Shop community program is even extra special. What the Moth does is that they give workshops free of charge at high schools and also to adults in underrepresented neighborhoods. People that might not find themselves coming to the Moth, we go out and find their stories so we can bring them out to the community and enjoy them, because there are some amazing stories out there that need to be heard. And that is what we are totally celebrating tonight, so it is going to be incredible. I got a little teary there. So, just a couple, I'm just going to explain. So we're going to have 6 storytellers. They're each going to come up here and tell a 7-minute story. We have Matt Swift here, not only because she is an incredible musician, but she's also a timekeeper. Yeah, I know, you're multifaceted. Yeah, right up here. And so the performers are going to come up and tell their story, and when they have reached their time limit, they are given a lovely melodic sort of gesture from Matt here. Ooh, that's a little foreboding. Which means you should wrap it up. You have about a minute or so to wrap it up, and if the storyteller for some reason doesn't find that moment and keeps going, Maz will come in with some more accompaniment. But it will be a little more aggressive this time. It will sound like the zombies are getting closer, which is just a signal to wrap it up. And sooner or later, if for some reason the storyteller keeps going on, the music will keep going on, right? Wow. Right, which that would signal something to me. I don't know about you. So she is going to be doing that and also giving us other tunes along the way. And for the show tonight too, the stories are sort of New York stories that have to do with New York, as the storytellers are all found from New York. And I was thinking today, I did not grow up in New York. I've lived here 9 years, but I grew up in Calgary. And when I grew up there, Calgary's not very ethnically diverse. And I was the only Jewish kid in my class. That's how not ethnically diverse it is. That's ridiculous, right? And which is fine, it was no big deal, except for during Christmas, because Christmas is so joyous and it like takes over everything. And Hanukkah's a little scrappy holiday, it's just like, but no one cares about it. And because Christmas is so joyous, all the Jewish holidays, frankly, are quite dark. All the stories behind them are very dark. I sort of summarize it by saying this is what they are all about. All the Jews were supposed to die. But only a huge number were killed. So we celebrate. That's sort of the theme. Here's a dry cracker. You're like, crying. So, As a child, I was, of course, obsessed with Christmas. And the center of all activity in Calgary was the mall. That was where everything happened. And in the mall, there, of course, is Santa's castle with the, cotton batten on the roof with the sparkles. And I loved that. I mean, it was so beautiful. It was like a fantasy world to me. And I wanted to go see Santa. And I would beg my mother to be like, Mom, I want to go see Santa. My mother was like, no, we're Jewish. And I would say to her, well, who brings us presents? And my mother would lie all the time, so she said, Moses! Moses comes down the mountain every year to bring you gifts with a sack. I was like, no, I don't think so. Even at 8 years old, I was like, I don't think so. So one day I wore her down and she let me go see Santa, and I was so excited. And I stood in the line with all the kids, so excited to go see Santa. I couldn't believe it. Just going over in my head, trying to remember the presents I was going to ask for. I wanted a phone and a television for my room. Simple days in the past. And some Barbie stuff. And then I got in there and I sat on Santa's creepy little lap. And he said, what would you like for Christmas, little girl? And I just lost it. I just went, I'm Jewish! Like, I freaked out. I went off script. I couldn't handle being undercover. Like, I just lost it. Just went, I'm Jewish! And Santa said, do you want to know a little secret? I was like, yeah. And he went, so am I. And I was like, what?